welcome to Copernicus Corner. I have logged over to Watcher of Realms, and I am currently looking at the faction quest here, which is for, I think, the Esoterists is what they're called. Let me see if I can... No, it won't... Yeah, okay, Esoteria Order, sure. Alright, now, I don't have a lot of great and wonderful folks available for this, so we're gonna give it a go anyway, because why not, right? Let's see what happens. It's giving me all kinds of nasty warnings because its suggested BP is 200,704 and ours is 139,468. Probably gonna lose, but let's find out. Clear the stage with no hero killed. That seems unlikely. Alright, now, I seem to recall there's a whole thing about these little blue platforms, and I never really did exactly figure out what the thing with that is. I think that I'm gonna try doing this, and I don't know, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I think I can throw down. We actually have two fighters, to be fair. Neither of them are going to be all that exciting, I'm afraid. But, just we'll just find out how it goes. We're gonna put her on the blue platform in the hopes that that does something. I really don't know exactly what the blue platform does. It probably tells me somewhere, but I don't know where. I thought maybe if I clicked on her, it would help. Turns out that doesn't seem to be the case. I do have a healer here. She's a level 1 healer, so it's not as though she's going to be all that impressive. But I'll put her on my two main guys here, and who knows, something could happen there maybe. I think that there's only one more blue platform here to use. So I don't know if I should or not. I think I'll go ahead and put Cyclone here. He's level 40 at least. He's instantly dead. Well, I thought he might delay them for a moment, but turns out not so much. Wow, alright. Iona delayed him for a moment. I can put this guy down and he'll be instantly dead just like that. It stopped him for just a second. That was pretty rough for sure there. Alright. Well, that didn't go so well. Hard defeat right there. Of course, Phelan did the most, followed by, I said Aona, but that one's actually I. And then, for that millisecond that, that Cyclone was out, he did a few thousand damage. Well, alright then. Let's complete that and go look at it again and see. Apparently I somehow finished stage 6 successfully last time I did it. No idea how I did that, because that was rough. Let's see, the map info on this one wasn't much different. The map, and I know that I didn't have as many people because I had to add a lot of these, so I know that it wasn't that was the problem. And I do wonder what the... Okay, only heroes with calling faction, yes. What those blue things do, and should I have been more careful about placing guys onto all three of those? And maybe I give that another try, just to see. Now, the recommended BP did go up quite a bit between that one and this one. Even so, I know I was low last time, so not real sure. Let me try it again, just to see if putting them on the blue things makes any difference. Let's start with putting Phelan on the blue one at the bottom here. Or maybe I don't. Maybe I put eye there. And then put Phelan on the top row of it. That'll let her hit some more people than she did this time around. Speed it up a little bit. Now, I don't think, really, that it's going to matter too much if I don't know, we'll see. I'll try putting a healer there. And, unfortunately, this guy can only hit I, where he's at right now. So, it's not great. I could try to heal her and not worry about Phelan, and that may not be the worst idea. I don't know. It doesn't seem, well, I may as well. Let's try that. And we can do this. I don't know if this is helpful or not, but maybe. Give a little bit of a boost there. I guess I can put Cyclone here. And again, he'll die just like that. It's really as though he didn't exist at all. Pretty much a waste of time to throw him down. He died so fast. I don't know. He's level 40. You would think he would be able to take a single hit, but that is not the case, unfortunately. Alright, well. Okay, let's see. Let's go to stats, and we've got I did 411,000, Leyland did 283,932. Voltus, of course, was barely down there at all. He took so much damage so fast, that was crazy. Not much to do about it, I don't think. It's just not good enough. So, let's... I think let's go ahead and just auto-fight this in the background there and not worry about it. Get out of here. And we have a harbor master over here who has some things. Island Sun Tuna, 30 of those. And 30 golden pineapples. And then we'll send her out again for some more pineapples and hopefully a rare there. Who knows? Let's go over to the mine and pick up 1,600 coins, 1,150 XP potions, 6 stamina, and 2 mithril. Claim all that. And get out of there. And then... let's see, let's go to the Oracle's Trial and see how this is coming on the gear raids. Doing pretty decently overall there. Third place looks like pretty definitively, at least. That could maybe pull into second, but seriously doubtful that we would be able to hit first by any stretch of the imagination. Let's go to events and let's see, Brave Conquest. That's for looting gear pieces and meteorites. And so we have 4,015 points there. Could probably get up to these 2 huge stamina potions. I don't think that we could make it. I don't know. Could we make it to this ancient summoning crystal? I'm not sure. We could try to. We got 10,000 gold and 2 golden cogs for doing that faction quest. There's some possibility that we could, but I'd have to start right away. 305 XP potions and 12 shelter insignia 2s for that. Then I can come over here and let's see. We go to this and we've got 48 exactly of these shards we need, so let's go ahead and upgrade this. And now we're at level 34 of the Dragon's Shelter, and that gives us a little bit more HP bonus. Always nice to have, you know. Let's see. Another thing I want to do is go ahead and summon a hero, but I see that I have a bunch of stamina to use, so let's go ahead and head back over here and start some of those gear raids running in the background. Go back to stage 16, I suppose, and do maximum on that and start it. And then we'll go out of here and what was it? I was going to summon somebody, so let's go to summon. And the only thing we have running right now is the Invocation of Spirits or the Divine Summoning. The Divine Summoning is for the legendary summon crystals. We have some of these rare ones, so let's give this a go and see what we get. It's Halder, a 2-star fighter. As a traveling mercenary, Halder seeks to repay a debt that saved his very life. And so, we got a couple of updates there. We got, looks like 2 golden cogs and 2 4-star psychic power shards for summoning that guy. And then we also can claim this chest at the top, which gives us another 35 diamonds and 2 more golden cogs. Now the golden cogs are for another event. Lucky Roulette? No. Yes? Yes. Lucky Roulette. Okay, so Lucky Roulette is an event that ends in 4 days, 4 hours, and 15 minutes. And it's a spin the wheel for rewards. A grand prize will be awarded after reaching a certain number of spins. Well, that's cool. Looks like total chance is 0 of 25. What's this all about? Reward info. Looks like that gives us 1 rare summoning crystal and 100,000 gold if we get to that. So let's do a little spinning to win. Got 20,000 gold there. That'll be nice because that'll help do some of the enhancing for tomorrow's Tales of the Blacksmith, which I think activates tomorrow morning. We got 3 auto-fight chances. That's cool. 30 stamina. I'll take it. I could use quite a lot of most of these things. 30 stamina. We definitely could use the stamina. We definitely could use the auto-fights. But really, any of this is good. We got 5 diamonds. Last time I saw this spin to win, I think I had just started the game. And so I didn't really know what any of the stuff on the wheel was. We got 20,000 gold that time. So it's kind of cool to be doing it again and have some idea of what a lot of this is. This is a mythic extract shard. We use 30 shards to assemble 1 mythic extract. So that's cool. Spin again. And we got 2 5-star psychic power shards. We have 13 more spins counting this one. We got 2 5-star psychic power shards for that. 20,000 gold. 3 more auto-fight chances. 30 more stamina. 20,000 XP potions. 3 auto-fight chances. 1 ancient summoning crystal shard. Very cool. 5 diamonds. 20,000 gold. 5 more diamonds. 30 more stamina. 2 5-star psychic power shards. And 2 mythic extract shards. Very cool. Oh, we have 1 more. So 30 more stamina. Very nice. Alright, let's get out of there. So we have something to claim here. It's this. We get 4 legendary extracts for summoning 20 times there over a period of time. Currently, I have running the gold bonus, gold gained in battle plus 100%, which is simply because I'm getting ready for the gear enhancement stuff tomorrow. So, trying to get as much gold out of just common everyday things as possible. This is Hot Suit, and Hot Suit says, "You tread the thin line of death, but courtesy of the Nether God, I grant you a singular chance. Offer what I seek, or embrace eternal obscurity. The choice rests in your hands." Gather a selection of magical items as I prepare to perform a sacrifice ritual to the Nether God and seek to obtain a new divine prophecy. So, we need 10 of these insignia of melee attack 1s. We happen to have 326 of those, so that is not an issue. We complete that quest and get 5 arena permits and 150 stamina. Then, she says, go forth and face the most formidable trial of the Nether God. Venture into the spectral rift in the western reaches of Tia and annihilate everything in there. That seems like a large order to fill, but maybe not. So we are in this map here, is where we're going to be at anyway. It has Abyss, Ludwig the Hierophant, and that is a boss. It's immune to all crowd control effects except slow. Has life leeching, so that's the one that kind of stuns your guy while it steals his life, which is not fun. And it also restores Ludwig's life. And then there's also tentacles that it summons. And then it has an attack that it's like an AoE. Ludwig has been reborn from the abyss with a horrifying power granted by his master, the Eldritch God. Ludwig has now lost his humanity. So we have him. Then we have his buddy, the Mist Superior Abyssal Beholder, which means that until it's blocked, you can't actually see it unless you're standing on one of these little eyes here, in which case you can see it and attack it while it's near those eyes. Then we have Baron Salem, Fallen Templar, Phantom Creeper. Now the Phantom Creeper actually can't be blocked or attacked. It can only be seen if you're standing on these eyes here. So you've got to have somebody for those, and there's 3 of those in this. So that's basically 3 chances to hit these guys. Then we have Mist Skeletal Soldiers, so that's going to be the same thing. They have to either be blocked or you have to be standing on those eyes in order to see them. So let's fight this battle, and I see the group that they have for us here, and I think that's sufficient, probably. I don't see anything wrong with this selection, especially since I don't actually know how many melee spots they're going to have for us. Suggested BP is 360,791. We have 429,181, so we have significantly more than they're recommending. So let's go ahead and click start on that and see what happens. I don't have any kind of real game plan. Not yet. I think that Ludwig does his freezy thing. Maybe to the last person put out. I don't really necessarily remember. Possibly. See that we have a lot of the skeletal guys who are going to be coming, the mist, the ones in the mist. And maybe I ought actually to have put him closer, and I don't want to put her there. I think that this eye actually does a drain on you as well when you're standing on it, like it drains your health. So we'll put her there, and then maybe even put her out in front, but I think I'll stick Idril down here, and then maybe we put, I don't know, let's see, how far does, Morgan doesn't hit very far ahead. Phelan hits a good ways ahead, but not far enough to hit him where he's out way out there. I don't think that anyone can hit him where he's out. So we'll just have to take it as it is, I suppose. Maybe I should put her out, and on this side, since, well, I don't know, they're both pretty good DPS. So it probably doesn't matter too much, honestly. I can probably put Wrath out here. Or maybe not. Where else can we put people? Way out there. And what if I just stuck Xena out here? She can still be healed by Diaochan, and she can start beating on him right now. And let's see, who else can... Anybody else hit him? How many spots ahead is he? I'm not sure. I don't know if, I don't know exactly where his hitbox is. Can't really see it. We could try putting aim there. Maybe not. Yes, okay. Sure. I think that would be something to try. No idea if it'll work or not. I also don't know what the rules are because I didn't pay enough attention to if I need to do anything special or not. Ah well, doesn't matter. We'll just make a pile of them, I guess. Why not? Speed this up a bit. Of course, these are the ones I think who can't be blocked at all. And they can't be hit until they're in a certain area, like around those eyes. And maybe I needed to get another person in there because they definitely almost made it by. That was a close one. Now, most of the guys aren't going to be an issue, but the ghostly ones who just can't be blocked are going to be the biggest questionable guys. And I don't have anybody that I can stick out that can really help with that situation, I don't think. You only hit them when they're there. I guess I can do that. That's a shame. Almost made it. I thought I was going to. Didn't quite. Better switch her back over to heal them up, though. Now we have more of them who are going to be incoming in a moment. So, once they get a little bit closer, I will switch her back to DPS mode. I'm gonna do it right now. And I don't know if I've got enough time to kill these guys, or if they're just going to win this. It's out here. Would I be able to click him or something? Yeah, it's not good. I definitely got one through there. More ghost guys incoming. So Ain is able to hit that guy, which is nice. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to switch, which is dangerous. But gotta do what you gotta do, right? Ouch. well, I don't know what the parameters were there as far as whether we were supposed to get anyone killed or if that mattered or not. Hopefully it doesn't. I guess it doesn't because this is just like a hero's visit thing and all that. I don't know how far forward this thing reaches. Looks like it reached far enough to hit whatever. I'm not sure if it hit the boss or if it just hit that guy there. Getting smacked around by tentacles at the moment. Not really much to do about it. Use another fish. And he's slowly going down. He's doing well though. Let's see if this actually does anything. I thought not. So it looked like it was out of range to me. And in fact it was. You know what? I can stick Phelan out. Let's stick Phelan out here, I suppose. She'll be being hit and she won't live very long. What if I stick her here and face up? Maybe she can take care of some of this tentacle business here before she ultimately gets slaughtered. Ouch. Morgan is not quite gonna do a lot against these tentacles, it doesn't seem, before she gets killed. So, nice try, but no, nothing doing. Of course, now, not only are they getting hit by the tentacles when they're over there, but they're also getting hit by the, this AoE, or this, dot damage, that just damage over time, that is inherent with standing on those things, so. Well, how about instead of focusing on that guy, we try to get rid of one of these tentacles. Of course, he's outside of healing range where he's at. But, I don't know. Could be something to do. Could move one of these guys over. I mean, they're not obviously doing anything else. So what if I took Arrogance up and him up, Idril, and then I can move them up front where Xena is. I can put Phelan up here, and maybe she can hit something worthwhile and still get healed. Put Morgan out, but she won't live long enough to do much. But maybe if that tentacle goes down, I might be able to throw another fish at him. Slow going over here. Well, let's put her out here and see what happens. It is as suspected. She gets smashed. That's what happens. Now we can stick him here, and he can hit both of those. There's Arrogance, and he can hit this. And that ought to help significantly with the damage being done up there. Brienne isn't going to be doing anything down here. Let's go ahead and pick her up. And Maul is still doing okay, so we'll leave him there. I mean, he's not doing great because he's way back here, but he's not doing poorly. Dane is here, but I don't think he can actually do anything from anywhere. The only thing he could do is give a bit of a boost to... Let's see, who is this? This is Wrath. Wrath can't do anything where he's at. But there's really... I don't know that I can move him anywhere better. But I could put him here and give them a boost every once in a while. That seems like probably the best plan of what to do with him. Well, we finally did manage it somehow. You know, whatever works, works, right? So, okay. The stats are not super relevant, honestly, because we're moving people around and it's an unusual field anyway. But, onward. Complete. And then we come back over here, and she says, well, we're complete. So she doesn't say anything. We just get a legendary skill crystal shard. She does say something. There we go. Hot Suit says, you have fulfilled your redemption, perhaps even transcended mortal limitations and earned the forgiveness of the Nether God. However, do not forget that you live because of the will of the Nether God, not out of my gratitude. Now move on your path. Well, that was rude. Alright, let us get this gear raid loot here. We've got 68,400 gold. 8,343 XP potions, a myriad of legendary and mythical gear, 185 Vault in the Sands trophies, and 185 Brave Conquest points. Alright, let's hop over here because it looks like Barut has some things. You know, they're new things, they're just not things I'm interested in. Ah, Cody says, have you tried the other Immortal Codex yet? I have not. No. I'm working toward it slowly, you know. I got the, got that guy. And by guy, I mean girl. It was Hot Suit. There's a guy sitting over here. Okay, that's just the Idle Rewards guy. Alright, and then we've got events that have this here. So we did get the 2 huge stamina potions from that, which is cool. Probably I should run some more. Yeah, definitely I should run some more of those and try to get some more things off that list. So let's do this. Minimize. Get out of here. And then yeah, the Immortal Codex is definitely on the to-do list. I saw that another one opened up, I guess, today. I have something in storage as well. Looks like I've got 30 of these ancient summoning crystal shards, so that'll give us 1 ancient summoning crystal. And that's the only thing I have to stick together right now. That's the important things. Then we'll go to events. And sure, Immortal Codex. The Immortal Codex, a tome of unspeakable evil that imprisoned malevolent demons, has been unsealed. Now, numerous wicked bosses are eagerly awaiting the commander's challenge. So let's go on in. Alright, so we got a C rating yesterday on the Conqueror Immortal Codex, or maybe it was yesterday. It was one of those days, which apparently ends in 9 days and 3 hours. Now, Lord of Styx has opened up. And it's 11 days and 3 hours for that to run. So let's challenge this and try to figure out what it's all about. Alright, stage 1. The trajectory of the planet, symbolizing the rules of life and death, has deviated and arrived at an erroneous position, challenging the authority of the Nether God. Alright. Recommended BP is 177,408, but let's look at the map. Uh-oh. It's one of these things with the grates. So this is like the faction trial, I guess, that has all those grates in it, and you can't place your melee guys on these grates. So we have 2 portals to defend. We have 4 platforms, and this is unpleasant overall. I think 4 platforms and not a lot of spaces on the ground either. So 4 platforms and 4 spaces on the ground maybe. We got a Soul Reclaimer. During the effect of Nether Bastion, the Soul Reclaimer's attack increases significantly. So this is a boss. Nether Bastion is, during the effect of Nether Bastion, becomes immune to damage. Each incoming damage consumes 1 stack of Nether Bastion. Once all stacks are consumed, the Soul Reclaimer will be stunned and forced into weakened state vulnerability. So, what I'm thinking is, immediately, that if your attack speed is higher, his shield would go away faster. I don't really know that I have... I mean, yes, I have some people whose attack speed is higher, and attack speed goes up with the Nightmare faction as soon as another one from that faction is placed. Something to think about. Don't know if it's going to be important, but it is something to think about. Imbibing the interdicted wisdom of the Lord of Styx, it summons a shield from soul energy and casts soul-searing flames with a malicious and sadistic glare. Cody says, yeah, I watched the streams I missed. I couldn't remember seeing you do it. No, I haven't done this one. I just did the first one. Cody says, by the way, don't forget to spend your coins in the redeem shop for the Immortal Codex. Really good stuff in it. Oh yeah, I haven't even looked at the shop. I should check that out, I suppose. Maybe I did look at the shop and I forgot. I look at shops and I'm not really sure all the time which ones I'm in. So it's a possibility that I have seen it and I just don't know it. But I don't remember seeing it. Alright, so that's the Soul Reclaimer. Then we have Scaled Komodos, Skeletal Soldiers, Tower Shield Skeletons. Just gonna glance right through here again. Yeah, they're all melee so far. This one's in heavy armor. This one's also in heavy armor. It's a Fallen Templar. And then we have the Skeletal Shielder, Giant Shielder, also in heavy armor. So we've got heavy armor and we've got all melee. Everything is melee. So the guys on the platform are not going to be in any danger of being hit, which is good. But what we really need is some attack speed on these guys to burn through his shield, probably. All right, so let's go to challenge. This is what we currently have, and I don't like it really. I don't think that I like it. I don't know. It's heavy armor won't do so well with the marksman. We need high attack speed, and let's see. Perhaps. Okay, definitely Diaochan, and I think Laurel are good options. We have a total of 4 platforms and a total of 4 melee points. So, we put out Wrath and Arrogance. And that's 2 of the spots. Think about this for a moment. Magic would work well. I haven't used Greed very much. I don't know exactly how well he'll do, but let's just look and see what we have in the way of mages and whether I want to bring any of those. There's Morrigan. She does more damage the longer she's out, but she hasn't done a lot of damage yet. It feels like Greed was doing better in that regard at the same level, when they were the same level. I'm not sure of it, but I feel like it's possibly true. Don't know that I'm going to throw her out right now. However, you know what? I think I will add him just because he's going to bump up the attack speed of Arrogance and Wrath because he's in the same guild. And I wonder if I should use that same theory and throw Sorzus in of all people simply because he's part of Nightmare and then rely on Wrath and Arrogance to burn through and they do it. I'm not sure. Possibly not. You know, let's see. Let's see if we can. All right. Okay, so we're going that way first. Let's throw him here. And then throw Diaochan here. And I think I really want Laurel to be it's a tough call really. Which direction do I face her? Maybe I wait on her. Put Wrath out because he's going to need to be out and he'll give a boost to Arrogance. I think Sorzus is kind of not great. So what if I stick him here and he can give the boost? We've got 2 more to lay out. And actually, I'm just going to put him up. We're going to see how well they do, if they do any good or not. On the plus side, there's 4 of them, so they get the maximum attack speed from doing that. And I don't know if it'll be effective or not. What would be the better way to go here? I think probably the weaker side is down there, so let's give them the boost from Laurel. And then let's speed this up a little bit. There's the big bad guy. This monster has a special shield, which when active, turns the value of every incoming damage into at most 1 and enables the monster to unleash powerful strikes. The shield will shatter after receiving a specific number of attacks and stun the monster, making the monster easier to defeat. The question is, what is the specific number of attacks? Is it 20? Is that why it has the big 20 on it? I don't know. We'll see. This number indicates how many times you need to break the shield and changes as the shield takes hits. Deploy heroes with high attack speed and multi-strike attack to counter the approaching enemies. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, now, we'll see. No idea. Let's turn this down. And I don't know why I did that. I just used his ultimate like a fool. I suppose I can change her into DPS mode, and I don't remember what all it does, and I can't tell from the screen as far as attack speed goes. But we've lost our guardian over here, I tell you that right now. It's no good. No good at all. That's what I get for switching out of the correct mode here. Hopefully Arrogance can take care of that side for a moment. Doesn't matter though, because he's going in. Too bad. Alright. And then in that case, what have I learned? I've learned that I need to keep the healer mode on. Alright, stats. Okay, Greed did okay. Sorzus did not. I could put Baron in and not have Wrath. Because well, let's see, maybe okay, let's complete this. I have to have Wrath because Wrath is what gives me the Lord bonus, but I don't have to have him out. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, this time we can trade with Sorzus for Baron, if we can find there's Baron, and that will maintain 4 Nightmare people. We can put Baron as the blockade. Alright, let's try this again. Didn't go as poorly as I feared it might, so that's good. This time, we're just gonna do Baron down here Arrogance up there. Diaochan here. Still going to do the same thing, I think, with Laurel. I'm gonna face her down. I'm going to need as much DPS as possible on the bottom. The top is probably going to be okay. I don't know. It's hard to say. Go up with him. I feel like people are gonna pile up on him if I don't do something, so that's why I'm trying to do this. I don't know. Maybe with that we can switch. I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. Telling us once more about his shield. Got the idea there. Alright, so Arrogance was able to take care of the one up there without any trouble. This setup, it definitely went a lot better. Of course, that was just the first setup, and I assume there will be perhaps some more that come out, because we have another, well, basically we're halfway through. But maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. We have a guy with a heavy tower shield coming along down at the bottom. It's kind of funny, we pretty much have Arrogance covering one side and the rest just kind of piled up on the other one. Alright, this one has 30 hits on him. And we make it through, probably. The attack speed should be pretty decent on these guys right now. Alright, we were victorious in that. Go to the next thing. We've got 40 XP potions, 20,000 gold coins, and 30 diamonds. Let's look at the stats on this. So Greed, you know, he did pretty decently considering he's only level 40. That's not bad. You know, double Baron's DPS, not hard to do. But a quarter of wraths, and again, for being level 40 and not, you know, not bumped up very much, I think that's not bad. In the vile soul sacrifice ritual performed in the dark and malevolent dungeon, the soul reclaimer seeks the protection of the blasphemous Lord of Styx. And it's the same situation again, I suspect harder. Try the same setup, see if it works. And I think perhaps I'll throw Wrath out first because he's doing more DPS of the two, between him and Reed, that is. And then try to get Reed out next. And then Laurel. And it may even have been a better idea to do Laurel first and then Reed. because Laurel would boosted them up. And of course, Greed is going to do more damage, but the boost from Laurel could be more relevant than the damage output from Greed. And I think I can probably go ahead and switch her over to DPS mode. Seems to be fairly safe at the moment. Things start looking nasty, I can switch her back. So far, so good. Let's go ahead and speed this up. Arrogance's damage output is once again admirable. Just kind of saving up the ultimates right now because they're not very relevant yet. I'll wait actually until it gets a little closer, then I'll do this. Ouch, that was terrible right there. There's actually nothing I can do about it. He went down, and that's all there is to it. Unfortunately, he's just gonna walk right in. So, alright. This means that I'm gonna have to do something over there. Had I realized it was going to be that big of a hit, I probably could have put, Diaochan into healer mode. But I wonder if a better option might be to bring another healer, take out... I could take out... I don't know, this is a tough call here. Let's go with complete and then try again with... where's the... Actually, let's see what all we have in this faction, if I want any of them. Gluttony I want to try out at some point, but he's kind of cool. If you look at him, he's got damage scales off of HP. You want him to have high HP. And then it says after eliminating an enemy, it increases max HP by 6% and grows larger in size, sticking up to 3 times. Lasts for 30 seconds. Pretty cool, but you have to be promotion grade 5 to get that, which I could get him there. But right now he's only level 39. I don't have anywhere to start him up right now. I would have to do the eating of other things, which I think I'll save for tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he should be pretty interesting, but I think I won't mess with him today. Today I'm going to... let's see. What all does Hollow have here? See if there's anything that I want. She gets rage regen to all allies in range every 1 second. She doesn't have a great range for this. I don't feel, I don't like the spots that she could be in. I mean, kind of yes and kind of no. She'd be okay, but not great. So that's a possibility. There's also Lightlock though, and he has some cool stuff. He's only level 43, but he does some magic damage as well as healing, and that's cool. He's a single target healer, but I primarily want him. You know, the thing is, he just kind of blew through Arrogance in one hit, so I don't even know if healing would be as sufficient as like a shield would be. Right? And it could be that that's what I want. That I want Camille just to be putting a shield periodically on Arrogance, which would be doable just by sticking her up at the top and right beside him. I think, yes, that would work. So she could be a single target healer healing only him. Now that could also be said for Lightlock because he's a single target healer. And when Light of Cohesion is triggered, the hero restores 3 extra rage. This is Light of Cohesion. Lightlock's attack increases by 12% for 15 seconds each time he heals the same ally, which can be stacked up to 5 times. So this is all stacks if it changes targets. I don't know that he's going to be providing a lot of damage, because he's a healer, but I don't know, I haven't used him in that regard enough to say. He's an attack-based healer, and how much attack does he have? I don't know. What do I have him like? Okay, he has 3,700 and 3,815 attack. I don't know. It's a tough call. Because there's also Camille, and she puts a shield on him, which is cool because it felt like that's what he needed more than anything was a shield. And which one is it? Holy Word Shield. So each time Camille heals, there's a 30% chance to reduce the cooldown of Holy Word Shield by 1 second, and that is this one here. So every 15 seconds, she casts Holy Word, which is a shield that can resist damage equal to 114% of her attack on the ally with the lowest HP in range for 10 seconds. So that's pretty common for the shield to go off. And it may be better to have her out there doing that than to get the boost. Well, it's not even that. It's to get the damage from Greed or the boost from Laurel, one or the other. And maybe I want to switch Laurel. Maybe I switch Laurel with Camille. And keep Greed. And what's wrong with that idea? I feel like maybe there's something wrong with that idea, but I'm not sure what. They would all lose a little bit. Maybe they don't need it. Well, let's try it and see what happens. Alright, so the goal here would be to really just have Arrogance being Camille's only target. And the way to accomplish that most effectively is for him to be the only one in her range, besides herself. And that way, even if I do end up putting somebody up there at the top, she won't hit them. She's only going to hit Arrogance, and hopefully she'll throw a shield on him periodically. Of course, she's currently throwing the shield on herself because she is the lowest. The lowest health out there. So I don't know. It may not work simply because she won't put the shield on him. She'll put it on herself. But we'll see. Let's try a dual purpose thing. Keeping Diaochan in healer mode. And also doing that with Camille. I don't know. May have worked to just keep Diaochan in healer mode. I would just, wanted to try out the shield thing because I felt like there was a possibility that he's just striking so hard that it's not. It was irrelevant. The healing is irrelevant if the guy is just hitting him one hit. I don't know. We shall see. Yeah, man, he just knocked right through him, no problem. All right. Let's try this again. Only this time, I think what I'm gonna do is put another tank in here, or another fighter. And when Arrogance dies, we'll replace him. So now, who do I replace him with? That's the question. We could... You know what? We could replace Camille with Xena. Throw Xena out when Arrogance goes down. And she'll do good damage quickly. So let's try that. Because, yeah, the shield did not matter because it wasn't going on to him. He's not getting hit first, he's just being, it's almost like the guy has strike through, or I think they call it true strike in this game. And just smashed him. Of course, it occurs to me too, I could have put Greed in the middle since I don't have Laurel behind Diaochan. And then he could hit both sides and make things go a little bit faster. I'm not sure. Another option would be that I could put Xena on the other side up there and maybe kill him faster and it not be an issue. I'm not sure. This, actually, I can go ahead and change her into DPS mode because he's getting one hit killed anyway. Doesn't really matter. I just noticed there are little hearts coming up around Raph, and I'm totally confused. What are the hearts? Is that normal? Does he always have hearts? I'm getting distracted here with this weird thing going on. Maybe he always has hearts and I just don't normally notice it. Very strange. Now, gotta keep an eye out here. find out what is the best option. Who knows? Possibly it would have been best to put Xena out up there and then hit it faster, and maybe it wouldn't be an issue at all. Ouch. That was worse, I think. Yeah, nothing doing there. Let's restart. And let's see. Let's try doing things a little differently. Let's try putting him here, yes, and him here. So most of this remains the same. But some of it is going to change a little bit. Because I want, I think I switch her over right out the gate. And we'll go ahead and bump this up a little faster so I can get Creed out. This time I'm going to put him right here so he can hit both sides. And then I think when that guy comes out this time, I'm going to put Xena out on the other side to try to just kind of assist with the damage dealing. I'm not worried about the trying to block, because obviously Xena did not last long against him. Another option would be to put a defender where I have Arrogance, and then put Arrogance to the side. However, he wouldn't get. I don't know. There's pros and cons to that. All right, here he comes, and I'm going to wait till now, I think, and put her out. She takes a second to kind of drop in. Hopefully, it'll be faster enough to be able to kill him before he kills Arrogance. And then, yes, she's still hitting that one as well. So we'll see what happens, but it looks good. Alright, that worked. Alright, so for that, we got 40 XP potions, 20,000 gold coins, and 30 diamonds. Let's look at the stats on that. Alright. Okay. Acceptable. Complete. Alright, now, stage 3. Countless souls are laid to rest within this dungeon, and now the Lord of Styx will bestow his benevolence upon his devoted followers. And then we have three different portals to protect. We've got a total of 5 melee spots and 4 platforms. We have the Soul Reclaimer, which is the same guy as we just fought. Then we have the Heavy Skeleton Fighter, Skeletal Giant Shielder, Fallen Templar, Scaled Komodo, and Tower Shield Skeleton. Alright, so this time we have 3. And we have a little bit of a different layout. So, what if we take away greed and add a decent defender to go in front? Alright. Haven't tried Regulus. Of course, the problem is, well, there's a lot of problems here. Alright, so we only have 6 guys, so we can't have, like, stacked, you know, a fighter and defender unless we have some that can kind of heal themselves, which Livian can do. And I haven't used a soul day to know anything about her. She got going on. She's got the Lord skill. Shield equal to 20% of the max HP for 20 seconds for her faction members. And her faction is what? The faction is the North Throne. I don't know who we have in that. Alright, what else she got going on here? Okay, that's cool. When activated, applies block increase, physical damage reduction, and magic damage reduction to all allies in the skill range. That's cool. For every 7 attacks, slash is triggered, dealing AoE damage 1 time to all blocked enemies and generating 5 extra rage. And Isolde periodically grants a shield equal to 33% of her max HP to herself and to her adjacent allies in a horizontal line. Shield strength increases by 11% each time her block increases by 1. This shield lasts for 10 seconds. Interesting. Something to consider. But alright, let's see. Alright, I wonder if the guys are going to come from all 3 or just from 2 of those portals for this. That's what we have there. Currently have 3 fighters, 2 defenders. Wrath can heal himself, but he won't be able to because they're going to smite him. However, what if we took out Diaochan and see how badly we get slotted with no healer and the defender and attacker stacks? No idea if that will work in the slightest. Those things that Isolde does are cool, but at this time I don't know if they would be terribly useful. This says that Livian is max level, but I don't know what max level means in her case. Apparently means at 40, so she's the same level as the other one. Let's go back to defenders and look at that again. Alright, their levels are the same. What about just to see how things stand? Their BP looks like the other one has better BP. And she's a Lord, but the Lord factor doesn't actually matter in this case because we don't have anything to do with that. Livian can heal, but I don't know that heal's gonna matter. Let's see here. Physical magic reduction permanently. That's her thing here. Meanwhile, the shield bounce, that stuns the people. That shield bounce, and it can bounce a little ways away too, which is cool. You know, I think I may stick with Livian for the moment. And you know, it's just a test anyway, so let's give it a go. See what happens. I don't know. Maybe a terrible idea. Let's go for it. Probably a terrible idea. Alright, so it's going that way first. Ooh, it's a much worse idea than I anticipated. Alright, so then in that case, we have to switch this up entirely. Let's go with Baron this way then. Wrath this way, so we can hit across there. This is definitely not working as intended. We got that direction next. So let's put, I haven't tried Regulus. Let's see how he does. Go Regulus, go. And then we can go, no, not Wrath. We want Xena going that way. And Yeah, that was actually not great. So far, not great options. And the other thing that's fun is, oh, that's terrible, actually. Um, okay. Unlikely for this to be effective, but that's okay. I don't have anywhere to stick Wrath, you see. We've run out of spaces. And if I had looked more carefully at the map, I would have known that, but I didn't count it out. It's a problem. It's alright. I'm gonna double down this. And I guess I may as well put the shield on for what it's worth. I don't know what his ultimate does. Increases max HP by 45%. Let's go ahead and do it. Whatever it is. And whenever, ultimately, the guy smashes through Livian in a moment, I'm going to try to replace it with Wrath and see what happens. Oof. Probably not going to go well, but we'll see. Who knows? It's looking bad over here. Yeah. She is a defender. And I feel like it's a McCoy situation, you know? Okay. Wow. Terrible. Alright. Well, knowing that that is how things are going to be, I gotta reconsider that whole thing. Alright, so we don't need her, I don't think. We've got these two who can do the sides. Arrogance. Yeah, probably Arrogance and Xena, because Xena has that where she can shoot forehead. Facing the opposite directions, because really Arrogance does more DPS and he needs to face the other direction so that he can hit whoever is at the bottom. If I put Wrath, then he's going to have to be at the bottom. In which case, I wonder, attack speed is important, and I feel like Idril has some things that each basic attack fires 3 consecutive shots to one enemy. Yes, I like that. Each attack deals 80% damage 2 times. That's not important here. Really, it's this firing three shots to one enemy thing. It doesn't actually matter how much damage it does, but all that matters is that it will take down those shields faster. And that feels like it might be important. Of course, it's relying on Wrath not getting slaughtered. Let's try it. Now, we've got Baron up here, that's fine. And then we're gonna want Xena facing up, I think. And then Arrogance facing down. We need Regulus. Here. Yeah, maybe Regulus here. And then Wrath in the middle. Of course, we have a little bit of a problem here, as we may run out of time to get him out. Well, no. Nah, all is well. Arrogance had it well in hand the whole time. It's never an issue. And then, where to put... I think we put Idril at the top to help out with the Baron situation. Low DPS and just the basic guys. I'll save her ultimate for the, basically for the shields. What does he do again? Increases max HP by 45% and absorbs 40% damage taken by adjacent allies for 12 seconds. That's cool. I don't think it's gonna matter. Now I shouldn't need it, I think, on him. Maybe I do. Baron? No, I don't think so. Okay, this one's coming for Wrath. That one's gonna be a problem. So let's go ahead and use it. Oh no. We've got that too? Real problems. Real problems here. I wish I knew. Okay, how long does this last? For 12 seconds. I'll go ahead and do it now. Put his shield on up there. It's not looking grand though, because I gotta tell you, it got Baron down, and now we still have folks incoming because we simply don't have enough DPS up there to do any good. Ouch. And Idril just cannot handle it. Unfortunate. Alright, so what else do we have? Definitely putting the DPS up top was a good idea there, extra. But it was not sufficient. So, let's see, I made a list around here somewhere. We could do Idril at the top and took away Baron. He does more DPS. He's not a member of the Grand Team. But he has... Let's see here. When the ultimate is triggered, it inflicts Iceburn, update enemies, gains a shield equal to 30% of max health each time an enhanced attack is triggered. Consumes all the things to deal damage at the end. Converts 50% of damage taken within 6 seconds into a shield that lasts for 15 seconds. Stacks up to 50% of max HP. This effect has a cooldown of 35 seconds. Each talent enhanced basic attack triggered reduces this cooldown by 1 second. And, Alright, we'll try that. Let's give it a go. Why not? Worst we can do is lose some more, right? Alright, so if we stick him at the top, Regulus at the bottom, Wrath in the middle, and otherwise try the same thing, who knows even what will happen. Let's try it. What we've done, though, is decrease the attack speed of Arrogance, which is unfortunate. But that's alright. We'll see what happens. And yes, I think still Arrogance facing down is a good idea this time. Because Idril does good damage. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna try this. Put her facing up. And then, well now, hold on, where's the best place for Idril at this point? Wrath is facing down. Yeah, still gonna do it here. Alright. I maybe popped his thing too soon. Probably should have played it actually. That's okay. I'm not gonna do hers yet for sure. I will do his, and now I'll do hers. To try to hit this guy. Knock his shields off a little bit. Papa David just won a 5-star hero hot suit. Very nice. Congrats to Papa David. Alright, so here comes the next group of them. And I don't have anything ready quite yet. So, that's possibly okay. He's still got some shields on him. I don't know at what point he attacks. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and put the shield on now. And then maybe I wait for a second to do her ultimate. Okay, now. Alright, got that. Alright, next we have 40 XP potions, 20,000 coins, and 30 diamonds. Check and see how that went. Even though Idril didn't do as much, he's kind of an AoE kind of guy. He did not quite half of the DPS or the damage that Arrogance did. Wrath was pretty low, but you know, his positioning didn't help with that. Idril has underwhelmed me. I think I need to get her awakened or something. But she performed the task that I needed her for, which was basically to knock out those shields a little faster. Xena, again, you know, same kind of deal. She wasn't really in an ideal location, but it was better than nothing. So, you know, take it. And then Regulus, he did his job of staying alive and locking that guy off. Alright, now, onward. Stage 4. From the depths of the dungeon, ancient arcane echoes resonate, mingling with the sound of water. Zelus has brought the Styx to Tia, and if left unchecked, it will become a relentless deluge engulfing the mortal realm. Alright, so we've got the Soul Reclaimer. We don't like him one bit. Scaled Komodos, heavy skeleton fighters, and plated Komodos. So it's the same kind of a setup as prior. Am I missing anything? I mean, it looks the same. It's not great and glorious, and it's probably going to be the death of me, but we'll try it again. And I'll try the same situation. See if it works. And I wonder if I should put him here. Will that matter? No, it won't. We'll put him the same way as before. I think this is how I did it before. Now I'm uncertain. Hopefully. And then I had so putting Xena out now, but maybe I wait for a moment